the quarterfinals, we've returned with what everyone wants most, a PvP.
Yes, indeed. And we are back on ley lines. A map we've been seeing quite a lot recently, you know. It seems to be the standard map for nowadays. We're in the northeast corner of the map, all the way from the land of Poland. It is our red Protoss. Sans moustache, it is Gerald.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the other Polish Protoss player, the blue Protoss, representing Offside Esports. It is Krystianer. And of course, if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat, as predictions are open for the next minute or so.
Yeah, it was like a 50-second break because we didn't know how long the players are going to take with their vetoes. But would you rather have a 15 seconds break or a 15 minutes break? Huh? This is the better one. It's a better deal.
There we go. As we could be sailing into our PvP, and again, Gerald and Krystianer, they're pretty closely matched. They do trade back and forth very often. They're kind of like two sides of the same coin. Like Gerald, he's like the more sane Polish Protoss, and Krystianer, he's, you know, a little bit more aggressive and degenerate at times. But it's great to see them duke it out time and time again.
When you say sane, on the Mio Micah level of sanity, where does that stand?
No.
When you say sane Polish Protoss.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Gerald, he's a little bit more standard. He's the more the standard player. It's like nice and Haas, you know, like the dichotomy between the two players. A little bit.
Well, Haas is like, Haas is Mio Micah level crazy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Then you have like an SOS level crazy. And what's the next level?
So where's Bly in all of this?
it's almost Polish.
Okay.
It's Polish enough.
Okay. So now we are going to be just selling and expanding to get opener into an expansion out of Gerald. Likewise, to get opener from Krystianer as well. So we have mirrored builds for the time being, and both players even taking in the same direction as well.
Indeed. Both going for a Twilight Council. Playing a little shenanigans at the start, trying to delay the first expansions, but nothing super crazy. So far, just scouting around, trying to find the inevitable proxies. There they are.
Yeah.
They're coming.
And
they be coming.
I wonder if Krystianer is playing something similar. Now, with this proxy pylon, do you see what I see? I see a Twilight Council finishing up, which means we have access to potentially a proxy Dark Shrine. So Gerald, he can try to mix things up a little bit.
Oh, it's a proxy Stargate from Gerald. Which I like. It's a good angle for it, you know. You can fly over those difficult to defend positions, you know, in the southeast of the main base, over the lava and the trees.
Yeah.
Krystianer not going for a proxy though.
Yeah.
Got that probe over there, but it's not making anything.
He's scouting more than anything, and Krystianer, he will check the location, he will scout, he will confirm the pylon and the Stargate as well.
It's like, yeah, I know you. We played before. Shema.
True. As he does rally across the map, though, it's going to be on Krystianer to shut this down. Meanwhile, Gerald, he does intercept to save this.
It's funny that the first fight of the game is actually happening on the proxy, but nice use of the force fields there. Catching that stalker. This Oracle not going to come out, and the proxy gets countered. There are a couple of adepts in the natural base of Krystianer, though. They're going to shade into the main base. Yes.
Yeah, and Tordep's taking one-shot probes, so it's going to be 6, 7, 8 probes going down. This is getting out of hand. The Oracle may have been denied, but the Adepts, they've wreaked havoc.
Yeah, Krystianer must have felt like really like, oh, I'm in such a great place. I found your proxy and everything, and it's like, no, and it's 10 probes to a couple of adepts. No.
Yeah, I mean, it shows how cutthroat and how unforgiving PvP can be, right? Where two Adepts, if they get into a mineral line, as you saw, they can just kill everything in the main base as well. Krystianer, he's committed, going for a massive counterattack. Looking at the army sizes, Krystianer does have the supply lead. Krystianer, does he have enough to break the third?
I think it does. He also has a warping pylon here, a slow pylon for some slow warpings, some slorpings, if you will. I like the use of the hallucinations that we've been seeing recently added into the game. And yeah, this is... Will he get overwhelmed? Nah, maybe Gerald has enough with the shield battery. The shield battery still has some energy to it. And he does let the Nexus finish so far.
Yeah, do have a bit of concave here. Krystianer, he breaks through that defensive line. Stalkers, the blinks are so far solid here from Gerald, but he just doesn't have enough. He just doesn't have enough army, doesn't have the size here to deal with this. The boys are being pulled, but Krystianer, he will overwhelm.
Shield battery gets... Oh, finally I see the shield overcharge, but is it enough? The 2 shield batteries are already depleted. There are not enough Stalkers for Gerald to defend, and this base is going to be forfeit. Krystianer pushing forward into the natural base, going to finally kill the rest of these Stalkers and start to munch on some workers.
Yeah,
maybe? Question mark?
There's only 2 Stalkers left here. I mean, the base does survive, that is true, but at the end of the day, he just came to the production. He just came to the production, diving into the main base, sniping those pylons, depowering some of these gateways, and Gerald, he has even less to warp in.
There's just nothing that Gerald can do right now. Maybe if he had a robo working somewhere, making an immortal, but no, there's just nothing that can deal with that many blink stalkers.
Yeah, exactly. So he goes for the final pylon. Yeah, he depowers every single gateway. There are no more warp-ins, no more production, and Gerald, he has been overwhelmed. He did an amazing job earlier getting economic damage. Again, 2 Adepts, they killed so many probes, but he wasn't ready for the counterattack. He was a little bit too greedy. GG gets called, and Krystianer takes game number 1.
Very nicely done.
Slorpin?
Slorpin, yeah. So when you slow warping, slorpin.
Huh? Okay.
I've been asked to do the mana stare. For the fans, for the degens in chat.
It's hard to emulate it. Like he's got quite a stare. It's very iconic.
No, I mean you focus on the thing. There's just your eyes need to focus. Everything else can just be chill. Like say, I can just get into the lobby while I'm doing this. Full eye contact. Nothing broken. See? Professional caster right here.
Lovely.
Can't lose focus. Gotta keep on keeping on.
Yo, shout out to Mana, by the way. We're still waiting for the day that Mana signs up for a Sparkling Tuna Cup. He did give us a raid yesterday, so much love to Mana, much love. But one day we'll get him in.
Yeah. See, I survived the entire on-camera section.
You made it.
There we go. Is Psycon's happy? Degen's happy. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome, Degens. That didn't even burn my eyes, I'm that good.
I can still see. I still got it.
I can still
see.
I didn't say I could still see. I couldn't see before that, so that's not much of a problem. Anyway, welcome to Amygdala, the part of the brain that I just don't have. We're in the southwest corner of the map, all the way from the land of Poland, playing for Streamer Zone. It is our red Protoss. Give it up for Gerald.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Polish Protoss player, the blue Protoss, representing Offside Esports. It is Krystianer.
I guess my eyes are too moist from the tears of being a degen, from the smoge.
They're gonna say your eyes already, they can't burn anymore just because they're already, they're already burned out. Like it's, no.
At my level, your eyes don't even burn anymore.
Not like this. But yeah, again, a solid counterattack out of Krystianer, a solid game in that previous game. I mean, he took a lot of damage early on, don't get me wrong, but Gerald was maybe just a little bit too excited, a little bit too greedy afterwards, right? Delaying his gateway, skipping warp ins, getting a faster third base, and in the end was punished.
Severely punished. I mean, I thought the adept warp in was a really really nice punch there, but yeah, it just wasn't enough. Krystianer built up a massive amount of blink stalkers, had the right reinforcement methodology there, putting a pylon right at the front so we can reinforce continuously. And he just kept on pushing, and it just wasn't enough. Even the shield batteries were not enough. Back in my days, one shield battery would have been enough.
Unironically true. But at least now you finally notice the effect, the NG overcharge effect. It's,
indeed.
Yeah,
and
it's not
kind of crap. It doesn't do anything to the shield batteries.
It's not very flashy. Like when it comes to the visual effect, it's very easy to miss. It's like it's very minimalist.
Yeah, and it's also like it got depleted so fast. It was like kind of useless. I like it for recharging the
units,
the the spellcasters.
Yeah.
Like the what's their face? Shield bros.
Sentries.
These things. Sentries, yes. Thank you for charging sentries and their nice abilities in the beginning of the game, and maybe an oracle or something. But yeah, as is. Oh, Krystianer fumbling the block. Oh no! Adepts getting to the mineral line.
Aye. Once again, the FSA 2 bust in. Pro's going to be going down. 6 pro kills already, and Krystianer he had to race back home.
Ouchie. Ouchie.
Well, now it's time to do it all over again. It's time to. I'd say it's time to do that. It's time to set up the proxy pylon. It's time to commit.
Yeah, shield bros. Yeah, I was like, they have the shield thing, and they're like real bros. Yeah, the shield bros. You know.
Yeah.
Because they're a great support unit. You know, they're your bros on the battlefield. They protect you. They put force fields. They make hallucinations so you don't die. You know, the shield bros.
We understood. We got you. We picked out what you were putting down.
Yeah. Speaking of putting down, we have faces thingy. Does get triggered by the hallucinations, and there's still enough for Krystianer to keep on pushing here. The shield batteries, as we said, are not enough against that many stalkers.
Yeah, I mean, it does buy a lot of time here. One stalker does go down. Going to be trading stage trap about to run now. The boys are going to be pulled. There's 3 stalkers left here for Gerald. And once again, though, it feels like Gerald just barely doesn't have enough. He does have a Void Ray on the way to defend, but the Void Ray is just now starting.
And I don't know if the Void Ray is going to be enough. I mean, it's against stalkers. They can shoot up, you know.
That was a brutal force field. He locked down the stalkers. 2 more stalkers go down. Once again, Gerald, he is crippling the economy of Krystianer across the map, but it just might not matter.
I mean, they kind of have the same amount of workers right now. As long as they can, you know, end the attacks at some point, both should be okay. It's just a matter of who can keep on pushing. The Oracle is going to run out of energy, but the Stalkers of Krystianer can still attack.
Yeah, they cancel attack. The Void Ray has finally arrived, and with the help of the Void Ray, Krystianer, he does pull away. He does pull back to low ground. It looks like he will securely get a kill on the natural and doesn't try to break into the main. Not yet.
And it looks like Krystianer will be able to take down this natural nexus of Gerald. So Gerald did a lot more damage in terms of workers across the map, but like I said, it's ended because the Oracle ran out of energy.
Yeah, it did run out. I do feel like Krystianer can still try to keep
on
pushing
here. It was killed.
Oh, yeah, there you go. The Oracle was killed. Oh, the Void Ray! Oh my god.
Oh, the Void Ray! Yeah, it looks like Krystianer is got this.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't see how Gerald can really defend this one base against two, even with all the worker damage he did across the map. I don't think it's going to be enough. Maybe Blink will change the equation here, because Gerald is getting Blink and Krystianer is not. Doesn't have the resources for it.
Yeah, so Gerald, he will have more micro capabilities here with his army, that is true. But as you mentioned, as time goes on, even though Gerald did have a higher worker count, Krystianer, he's already caught up, right? He's already catching up. He can make 2 probes at a time. So the longer this goes on, the better it's going to be here for Krystianer. And Gerald, he throws down another gateway. It looks like he is planning to go for a 1 base all-in. Oh,
I hope so. No, he's maybe going for the gold?
yeah.
I don't know about that. I think he's too far behind right now.
I mean, it's better than a regular expansion, so in a way, this is a way to recover economically, but as you mentioned, he needs more than just taking a gold base. He needs some kind of counter damage, and hey, we've seen him pop off with adepts before. He moves out with 2 more adepts.
Okay, I mean, if the adepts can bring the number of workers of Krystianer down again, that would be good, but Krystianer has enough at home to defend against a couple of adepts at this point of the game. Blink or not.
Yeah, he should have enough here. It's going to be up to Gerald to try to pull Krystianer out of position and try to make try to force some mistakes, right? To try to force some mistakes, drag him out of position, get into a mineral line, adepts they can initiate into the main, and we'll see what he can get done. As you mentioned, the pressure is on Gerald.
He has to buy time, but not just buy time. He has to buy time and not lose all of his units here. Oh, he's going to blink into the main base and shade with the adepts into the natural. Okay, I like the move. It's a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, it takes on a pylon, depowers the Twilight Counts at the same time as they do bust in. Probes are going to be going down.
But Gerald can't lose all of these stalkers. That's really, really important.
It does
Okay,
recall.
gets the recall.
Oh my God.
Doesn't lose any of the stalkers. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Very nice. 7 probe kills. He delays Blink even further. He depowers one of the gateways. He does recall back home. He claims his gold base. Like, these are the moves that Gerald has to go for to recover in this game, and he is looking to even things up.
Yeah, color me impressed. I mean, I thought he should have gone into some one base all in, but yeah, the mustache knows better.
He does. He does. He doesn't have it anymore, so
Oh, he's setting a proxy. He's setting a proxy gateway there. Oh,
yeah,
I
setting
like
up his
it.
proxy. Behind this charge is on the way. Krystianer, he does break into the main base, or so I should say break into the natural, as he will deny mining at the gold. Likewise, though, Gerald is also across the map. Does catch reinforcements.
Ooh. Yeah, I like the backstabbiness of this move. Gonna get right into the main base. Gonna power the production of Krystianer. That's nice. Maybe even snipe. Oh, delay the blink once more. Maybe even deny it completely.
Yeah, for the second time,
Might
he
have
there's a
enough time.
recall. It does recall back home. Remember, Geralt, he does have blink, so he can't recall himself. It's still on cooldown, but he can blink out of the main, and he can get away.
Very nicely done. Gerald really doing great moves to keep himself in the game. He's still behind, don't get me wrong, but he's not as behind as he used to be, and he actually has a good shot of backstabbing with that proxy location, waiting for Krystianer to move out on the map and then warping a whole bunch of charge lots from there.
Yeah. Again, he's doing a great job here recovering in this game. Krystianer still has that supply lead, that is true, but so far, Geralt has been recovering here. Once again, looks like we do scout the proxy. Hallucination moved in. Krystianer, no, he did not see the gateway. He's not aware yet.
Yeah, I only saw the stalkers there. He did not see the gateway, but I'm guessing he knows that something is there. Maybe suspecting. This is a PvP after all, you know. There are proxies. Oh, he is looking for proxies on the other side of the map, though.
Yeah, he is fanning out, moving out with his own adepts. Meanwhile, Geralt once again blinks to the main base. This time, blink is done now for Krystianer.
Oh, there's the blink forward. Gonna catch some of these stalkers. Not all of them managed to get away. But Geralt has bought enough time, I think.
Yeah, Geralt, he has bought time. At the same time, Krystianer is moving out. Both players are expanding. Both players taking their third bases. Geralt, even though he's down in workers because of the gold base, he does recover. But no, never mind. Krystianer, he gets in.
He's like, you want to send adepts to my mineral lines? Also, Krystianer getting a dark shrine just for good measure.
Dark Shrine is on the way. At the same time, Geralt, he rotates over, gets eyes on the would-be third base of Krystianer, and he will attempt to delay, attempt to deny, but it looks like Krystianer, he can engage.
Gerald doesn't quite want to commit to this. He can't really lose all of these stalkers. He does have the worst economy right now. He can't really replenish his units as well as Krystianer.
Yeah, exactly. The gold base does help, but as you mentioned, it's still not quite enough. As Krystianer, now he's up in expansion. Third base is getting up and running, and he still maintains a greater worker count, a greater economy.
And he looks like he's starting to get ready to push. He's getting more immortals. The second one is about to pop out. 1DT is waddling across the map.
Yeah, the Dark Templar, they have arrived. They're going to be fanning out as we speak. Gerald, he moves in, but as you mentioned, now that there's an immortal, now there are shield batteries, Gerald, he cannot find damage, not at the third base. Oh.
Now, Gerald does have a third base being set up of his own, but he's behind on work. I mean, both of them technically are behind on workers for this stage of the game. But and the mineral line, the gold mineral line, has been helpful for Gerald for catching up. But there comes a point where that just isn't enough.
Yeah, DTs have arrived. Currently, zero detection. The observer is on the way. We do force field the ramp, trying to buy some time. Adepts across the map are getting some damage done, but Krystianer, he defends back at home. It looks like Gerald, he has bought enough time for the observer.
Yes, and there goes the DT. Gerald protecting it himself pretty well, but again, is behind on workers. Even with the gold base, there's just... it may not be enough. Not in the long run. Oh, and Krystianer finds the proxy location.
And does find the proxy, does shut it down. You know, he notices the adepts that they just keep coming, so now he does find the proxy, does clean it up. And Gerald, once again, there's still a lot of pressure on him. Now, he's done an amazing job at bringing us to this point of the game. It's been amazing, it's been incredible, but still needs to get more done.
Krystianer getting a fourth base. That's Gerald getting more and more behind and not quite doing damage for the past like 3 minutes. He hasn't really been able to do any damage, and he's been taking some damage at home. So Krystianer will be ready to push pretty soon. Gerald getting a drug shrine of his own. DT versus DT.
Yeah, DT's going to be on the way for Geralt, but as you mentioned, Krystianer, he does push, and he has, what, 2 immortals with his army. He's got sentries, force fields, guardian shield as well. Krystianer, he has a massive army, and Geralt, he cannot fight this head on.
Yes, cancel on that Nexus. Gerald going for the surround here, but doesn't have a lot of units. Krystianer army is just so much bigger and beefier.
Yeah, it really is. The first immortal is going to be targeted. Yeah, nice pick up there on the
immortals. Nice catch. But that's not enough. There's not enough stalkers here.
Yeah, there's 1 immortal left. We have reinforcements coming in from behind. As you mentioned, Geralt, he's running out of stalkers. He's just bleeding out units after unit here, units that he cannot afford to lose. He does buy some time for extra warp ins, but Krystianer's main army is still looking terrifying.
I think this is the end for Gerald here. There we go. Jeez, gold and Krystianer will be taking the series 2-0.
GG.
The mustache, man. He's gotta grow that mustache back, man.
I mean, both games we had some similar tales here, where Geralt, he would get ahead, he would deal economic damage, and he would poke the bear, right? He would poke Krystianer, and Krystianer, he would be forced to retaliate, and he'd retaliate quite hard, both in game 1 and in game 2. He would do crippling damage and just take a lead from there. Even this game, we had like a pseudo base trade with that one Oracle of Geralt getting like, what, 12 plus worker kills. At the same time, Geralt, he lost his natural expansion, so unfortunately, both games never quite prepared for that counterattack, for that push from Krystianer.
And he did his best. I mean, he counterattacked as much as he could, and he survived longer than either of us expected. I mean, he was in a pretty much dead situation after the first attack, and yeah, kudos to him for managing to keep this game going as much as he did, and having as much of a chance as he managed to squeeze out of it. But in the end, it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, it was impressive, but alas, he was, still playing from behind, right? He still just took some critical damage early on, damage that he had yet to fully recover from, and, imagine a world where if he hadn't taken that damage early on, and the kind of position he would have been in, but regardless, GG, well played. With that leads us into our semifinals. Exclamation mark be in the chat to have a look at the bracket yourselves. The bracket is progressing as we are getting into the both actually